Imagine having a tool that helps you eliminate the guesswork and gives you an accurate idea of your child's real talent. Imagine leveraging the world's most standardized cognitive assessment to discover your child's hidden potential. With all the amazing insights you get from this assessment, you can now be sure of your child's real talent. You can now prepare your child for a career in a field where they have natural strength. In this video, I'll take you through how the cognitive assessment works. I will show you how to take the assessment with your child, and I will show you all the amazing results you will find. Remember, this is a personalized assessment. The assessment we are taking in this video was designed specifically for a child. There are two parts in this assessment. Part A will be taken by the child, and there are 90 simple questions in all. Part B will be taken by the parent or guardian, and there are 80 yes or no and multiple choice questions in this category. To start, find the Take Assessment button, this red button I'm hovering around, and click Take Assessment. You read the instructions, check the box, and begin the test. Part A, again, contains questions, 90 of them, that are meant for the child. There are simple questions that are age graded for the specific child this assessment was designed for. And so you see simple questions like dash is always found in bedroom. So if it is glass, knife, scissors, bed, the child takes the answer and you keep answering each of the questions as they pop up. You see your progress here, time elapsed. You see the number of questions answered here, and you can guide the child to answer the questions one after the other. When the child has answered all the questions, 90 of them, there are two options: back to change some answers or submit. If the child is done with the assessment, he or she simply clicks submit. And that's the end of part A. Part B of the assessment is for the parent or guardian. Again, read the instruction, check the box, click Continue Test. Here you have 80 multiple choice or yes or no questions that are very easy for anyone who knows the child very well to answer. They're actually questions about the child. Okay, so the first question: enjoys wordplay, making puns, tongue twisters, limericks. If the child in question enjoys all of these, you pick yes. If not, you pick no. It is important to note that parents or guardians must give answers to the best of their knowledge, sincerely, about this child so that the result of the assessment can be well suited to the child. So after answering all 80 questions, you have the option to go back if you change your mind about some questions, or you click submit. Now we are done with the assessment, so we click submit. Immediately you submit your assessment, our pre-designed system reads all of the responses you have provided, and then you get a result. And here we have it. I click view result to display all the results we have found about this child. Remember, we want to discover this child's real potential. We want to know what talent the child has. And by answering these IQ questions, we will be able to determine exactly, accurately, appropriately, without the guesswork, the exact strength of the child. So in this result, we have different categories: the strengths and skill set, the cognitive profile. Now, starting with the strengths and skill set, we'll get a result regarding the natural strength of this child. And before we go into that, I hope we know already that every person, every child has different natural strengths, not just one. But then, one or a few more than one are the strongest. And so we focus on the strongest. We do not want to waste time helping the child developing every trait we find in them because that really wouldn't lead us anywhere. We want to focus on the real strength of this child. And as you can see from this result, the result is primarily a logical learner. You can view these results in more details if you click Results PDF. But before then, let's see the cognitive profile of this child. Cognitive profile will show us the mental capability of the child in different forms. For instance, we'll be able to see the dynamic IQ, the focus factor, the decision-making ability, the creative quotient, and a lot more detail about the child who owns this assessment. Moving on now to Results PDF, you find even more details. You find an introduction to the abilities of the child on the first page. Then you find details about the skill set of the child. Here we'll find that the child has 86.76. The child has 86.76 of 100 scores in terms of skill set. And this child is more of a creative person than a logical person because his level of creativity is 57.1%. More details. We have found that this child is a logical learner. So the natural strength of the child is logical. Now we do not have to guess this because guessing it may not give us the accurate answer. So we'll necessarily need to take a cognitive assessment. The cognitive assessment will give us an accurate answer that guesswork cannot. So you have a lot of details about the logical ability of the child here. And here again, you have a pictorial graph that marks out all the abilities of the child so that you can see visually how one is higher than the other. You have a lot more details about the decision making quotient of the child, decision about the creativity of the child, information about focus factor, and all of this. Okay, you also find out whether the child is a slow or a fast-paced learner so that we can use these insights in schools to inform their educators that teaching this child you may need to go slow, especially in the case of this particular child. So you have a great lot of insights you will find after taking the cognitive assessment. The whole idea is that we want to eliminate the guesswork and use a tool that will give us an accurate insight about our child. So now you know how to discover your child's real talent with the easy to use cognitive assessment tool and without doing the guesswork. It's time to try it out yourself. If your child joins Unlocked Club today, the first activity he or she will do is the cognitive assessment. Every member takes the test while onboarding for us to determine their IQ, mindset, natural abilities, and all of the insights we have found in these results. Sign up your child for Unlocked Club today and begin to enjoy a great learning experience with your child on that journey towards a great future.